I was in my husband's car, found an open bottle of lubricating oil. I didn't cry or make trouble, just injected devil pepper water in there. But what I didn't expect was, it was my daughter's teacher who was admitted to the hospital. I never wanted revenge on a man who cheated. All you need is a bottle of lubricating oil with devil glue. My name is Li Chung. I'm 32 years old, married to Sun Hao for 7 years. Our daughter Yo-Yo just started kindergarten and middle class. In the eyes of others, we are the most typical, a down-to-earth middle-class family. Sun Hao works as a project manager in a state-owned enterprise. Mild personality. I am doing finance in a foreign company, although the days are dull, but also stable. I thought, we will stay together until old age. Until that Saturday afternoon. That day Sun Hao took Yo-Yo to the amusement park to play. I was thinking of cleaning up the car at home. His car doesn't usually let me touch the co-pilot. The locker is always locked, but I don't know why that day, that locker is unlocked. A slight crack. I was just looking for a pack of wet wipes to wipe the dust off the dashboard. But when I opened the locker, when you reach out to the innermost part, I encountered a cold one before. Something made of soft plastic. Ah, that's a bottle that has already been opened. Lubricant in pink packaging, strawberry flavored. It's a little stuffy in the car. The bottle of lube is in my hand. Sticky is disgusting. I have lived very little with couples in recent years. We don't use this stuff anymore. What's more, why is this thing in the car? Also opened. Most of the bottle is missing. My hands started shaking uncontrollably, buzzing in ears. The sun outside the car window makes my eyes hurt. I feel myself like a fool who got hit in the head. Those nights that were added recently. Those projects he excuses for socializing. At this moment, all have answers. He cheated. This knowledge is like a dull knife. A hole was pulled in my heart. There was no blood, but it hurt so much I could barely breathe. At that moment I really wanted to take this bottle immediately, hit Sun Hao in the face, grabbed him by the collar and asked him why. But I took a deep breath. There was a deep hole in my heart. I work in finance. Professional habits make me understand. Before we get hard evidence, ripping your face will only make you passive. Sun Hao is an extremely face-loving and thoughtful person. If I confront him now, he will definitely find all kinds of excuses. For example, the car is lent to a colleague. It can even quickly destroy evidence, then bite back. Call me paranoid. It's reasonable to say that I can't scare the snake. I put the lube back in place, lock the locker, pretend like nothing happened. That night, Sun Hao came back with Yo-Yo. He smiled and said wife to me as usual. Yo-Yo had a great time at the amusement park today. I couldn't sleep that night. I lay on this side of the bed, listening to Sun Hao's even breathing beside him. My eyes are wide open in the dark. An almost pathological anger and unwillingness. Crazy breeds in my heart. I don't want to get him so cheap. I don't want to be the silent victim either, since he seeks excitement. Then I'll give him a thrill he'll never forget. The next day after Sun Hao went to work, I took half a day off. That spiciness. It is said that the skin will be red, swollen and burned at the slightest touch, let alone that part. After receiving the courier, I aspirated most of the concentrated chili water with a needle, then put the bottle of strawberry-flavored lubricating oil in Sun Hao's car, took it out. I was careful. Inject chili water into the lubricating oil, then shake like crazy, until they fit together perfectly. When putting it back in the car, I looked at the bottle of pink liquid. There was even a twisted smile on the corner of his mouth. Sun Hao, don't you like to find freshness in the car? Then enjoy it. The next few days, the days are calm and strange. I cook every day as usual and take the kids to work, watching him hold his phone every night. Look at him, the occasional sweet smile on her face. I watched from the sidelines, like a patient hunter, quietly waiting for the moment when the trap is stepped on. Finally, it's Thursday night. At dinner time, Sun Hao's phone vibrated. He glanced at the screen. She put down her chopsticks unnaturally. Tell me, wife, the department has an emergency meeting tonight. It might be late. You and Yo-Yo go to bed first. Don't wait for me. Sun Hao squatted down, kissed on Yo-Yo's face. The voice said gently, Yo-Yo, be good. Dad will be back after the meeting. Daddy's gonna take you out for ice cream tomorrow, okay? Watch this scene. A flash of self-deprecation flashed through my heart. How ironic. He took all his tenderness. It was left to the daughter and the women outside. But the dirtiest lies and betrayals, left to this family. The moment the door closes, I looked at my watch. 7:40 p.m. I know. Tonight, that bottle of lube is likely to come in handy. Today he took a special shower, shaved. I even went out after spraying perfume. 11 p.m. I put Yo-Yo to sleep. I was sitting in the living room. No lights on. In the dark, only the the phone screen emits a faint blue light. Time goes by minute by minute. There's a complicated, twisted excitement in me, but it was more of a suffocating sadness. I know our 7-year marriage. It's coming to an end tonight. At 1:40 in the morning, my phone suddenly turned violent. Shake up. Hello, is this Sun House family? A young man's voice came. Your lover is in the emergency department of our hospital. He is in an urgent situation. Please come and sign for the payment immediately. Late night emergency department. There is always a cold air mixed with disinfectant water. Savor the noisy crowd. Found the nurse's station. Nurse, I am Sun House family member. The nurse looked at me. There was a strange flash in his eyes. He pointed to the observation room at the end of the corridor. It's inside. The doctor is doing emergency treatment. You go and pay the fee first. Both have to be handed in. I didn't bring enough money when I delivered it. That's pretty bad. And I walked up to the kiosk with my bill. When I saw another name written on the list, my mind went blank. The patient's name on that list says Chen Meng, Yo-Yo head teacher. That one is always polite in the parent group. I hold Yo-Yo's hand every day after school. He gently told her to go home and eat well. Teacher Chen, who listens to his mother. That's only 24 years old, just 2 years out of college. Yo-Yo's favorite teacher Chen. I paid the fee. Step by step like lead. Walk to the door of the observation room. Push open that door. Wailing and moaning inside. Immediately magnified several times. Sun Hao is lying on the hospital bed on the left. Pale face. Stray cold sweat. His lower body is covered with a green sterile sheet. The whole person curled up, mouth groaning in pain like a dying beast. He saw me come in, eyes wide open. The face that was originally distorted by pain. A mixture of extreme horror and shame in this moment. And the woman in the hospital bed on the right. Wrap yourself in a quilt. Mr. Chan, I walked over, standing between two hospital beds. The voice is so calm that even I feel afraid. For a moment the air seemed to freeze. Chen Meng didn't look up. He just pulled the quilt tighter. The cries grew louder, shoulders twitching violently. Wife us. Sun Hao struggled to sit up, but grinning in pain. He took a deep breath of cold air. It's not what you think. Let me explain. Explain what? And I looked at him. The tone did not fluctuate. Explain why you are so late at night, in my car, doing this shameful thing with my car. Or explain why in the end, you will go to the hospital together. At this time, the doctor in charge of treatment came in with the medical record, and he looks at us, and he sighed. Tell me you are a family member. It's a bit complicated. Your husband and this woman patient, due to the use of some, contains an extremely irritating unknown liquid, caused severe chemical burns. The man's urethral mucosa and local skin were severely congested. Redness, swelling, slight signs of necrosis. Later it cannot be ruled out that it will affect physiological functions. The woman's situation is slightly better, but there are also extensive burns to the skin. Need bed rest. Sun Hao heard the words affecting physiological function. His face has turned from white to blue. Close your eyes. There were tears of regret in my eyes. After the doctor left, there were only 3 of us left in the observation room. I looked at these 2 people lying in the hospital bed. One was my husband of 7 years. One was a teacher who greeted me with a smile every day. Here they lie, like 2 skinned bugs struggling in salt water. Embarrassing, ugly, dirty. Mr. Chun, you don't have to hide. I walk over and rip open his blanket, and he looked at me in horror. It's like looking at a demon. Sister, I was wrong. Chen Meng cried and wanted to beg me for mercy, but he moves. The pain on his body made him shrink into a ball in pain. I looked at him coldly and said, because I would be straight. Pick up tonight's alarm record, hospital diagnosis, and the evidence that you were fooling around in the car. Send it to the parent group. Mr. Chen, do you think the parents of those people, after seeing these things, will they let you continue teaching their children? Chen Meng collapsed. He ignored the excruciating pain, crying in the hospital bed. Wife, don't do this. It's all my fault. You come at me. Sun Hao yelled from the side. There was a hint of pleading and anger in his voice. I turned my head, staring coldly at Sun Hao. Sun Hao, when you choose to betray, should have thought all of myself in the world. There is a price to pay. I ignored their pleas and cries. I took my bag and turned around and walked out of the ward. The cold morning wind blows, blowing away the smell of disinfectant on me. It dried the tears off my face. I'm standing on an empty street, looking at the white fish belly gradually rising from the sky, and he let out a long breath. My revenge was successful. They received the punishment they deserved, even worse than I imagined. But why is my heart so empty? It hurts like a piece has been dug out. Sun Hao ruined his reputation and body, and our marriage. Chen Meng ruined his future dignity and life. And although I personally punished the betrayer, but he also shredded his daughter with his own hands. A happy childhood. I know the days ahead will be difficult. I want to raise Yo-Yo alone. These prices are not just just for defectors. It's something that the victim me has to share. But that's the price of growth, right? I touched Yo-Yo's soft little face. In my heart I silently said to myself, Li Ching, don't be afraid, the road is still long. It's already dawn. Once some feelings are rotten, you have to forget it. Even if it hurts. Even if there is blood. Also always, better than a rotting corpse and a lifetime of pain.